Hello everyone, Draco Wolfthorn here with third video. I will be doing one more after this. This one is favorite legendary Pokemon. Next one is Pokemon that I think need a Mega, or think it'd just be cool to have a Mega of them. Coming up, number 10 on favorite legendaries is, I think his name is Xerneas, or whatever his name is. He's the Z Pokemon. The reason why he's number 10 is because the new thing with him, he has different forms, and this is apparently the 50% complete form. I really like the 10% form, and the 100% form looks really like a robot, so that's why. Coming up at number 9 is, I can't even think of his name, the Y Pokemon, I'm just going to call him. The reason why I like him is because when he, basically dies or whatever, he balls up into a cocoon and then reborns himself, after a while. So it kind of reminds me of like a phoenix. Coming up at number 8 is Diancie. Diancie, I like her because of the movie, and the fact that she's the first, like, crystal Pokemon, that has, that's basically like a geode. What I'm talking about is, like, right here is a crystal, and there's not one, like, on the other side, and her hair is basically crystals, and she's very, like a princess, wearing a skirt, and then this is, like, her crown, and the other part of her crown. Oops, sorry. Coming up at number 7 is Darkrai. The reason why I like Darkrai is because he's a shadow Pokemon, and I think it's kind of cool that he can just kind of like hide in the shadows and then come up at anywhere. Coming up at number 6 is Volcanion, or whatever his name is. The main reason why I like him is he's the first ever water-fire Pokemon. I've always thought it'd be cool to have a Pokemon that is water and fire, and the fact that he is, put him on this list. Now there is, like the event Pokemon, that's one thing I didn't mention that. Coming up at number 5 is Ho-Oh. I've always liked Ho-Oh because it was advertised basically in year 1 of the anime, but wasn't released until year 2 in the game. And Ho-Oh I've always liked because it's basically a phoenix. It's fire flying, and I've always liked the color combination of the yellow and then goes to like a white, the red, white, and then green, the white, the basically black, and then the green right here, and then the yellow beak, and then that top part right there. Now, moving on to number 4. I know this is getting kind of fast, but I don't have much time before I have to go. Coming up at number 4 is Giratina. Some of you may have saw this coming with Darkrai. Giratina I've liked because the whole thing with Palkia, Dialga, and Giratina. Palkia is supposed to be based off of Poseidon, and Dialga is supposed to be based off of Zeus, and Giratina is supposed to be based off of Hades. If you don't know who those are, it's the Greek gods. You can go check them out online. It's pretty simple, or you can go watch movies like Clash of the Titans or Percy Jackson. And see, I've always liked Giratina because he's a ghost dragon. I've always thought that would have been cool, and then when he came out, I was like, oh, nice. And now coming up at number 3 is Genesect. I really liked Genesect because he looked like a mechanical version of Kabutops. Now, for those of you who don't know, I really like Kabutops. He is one of my favorite fossil Pokemon, and Genesect, with the power to just like switch this right up here, with different colors. Like this one right now is a lightning. You can switch it with a fire or water or whatever, and he basically changes different types. Coming up at number 2, always got to be on a list, Rayquaza, or Rayquaza, whatever you want to call it. I've always pronounced it Rayquaza. That's just how I grew up. The reason why I like Rayquaza is because he's that whole big serpent dragon that everybody likes. I really like his shiny, and I really like his mega, and I really love his mega shiny. Okay, now coming up at number 1, some of you might call me a Gen 1er because of this, just giving you a warning, but I've always liked him, and I happen to have a shiny version on my Pokemon Black or White game. Well, I moved it down to Pokemon Black and 2 or White, whatever. Mewtwo. The reason why I like Mewtwo is he's kind of like an outcast, and growing up I was kind of like that, because everybody else, liked Pokemon, I liked Pokemon and everybody else didn't, and I liked Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff, and just everybody else didn't, so just kind of like I didn't fit in. So, it's just kind of like similarities between me and him. Well, that's all. This is Draco, signing off with a close-up of Mewtwo's face.